51% of adults reach their 40s and 50s with massive regret about how they handled their money. And right now, 29% of Americans couldn't even cover a $400 emergency without going into debt. It usually goes wrong in your 30s. You start making a little more money, but the cost of your lifestyle, rent, weddings, maybe a mortgage, rises right alongside it to swallow up your future wealth. I'm Alex. And I'm Sarah. We run DollarSpeak, and our goal is to help you map out the financial traps so you can actually keep what you earn. Today, we are running a full audit on the 7 biggest money mistakes people make in their 30s. And more importantly, we're giving you a specific, actionable fix for every single one. Because ignoring your daily money habits right now is exactly how you end up becoming part of that JP Morgan statistic of midlife financial regret. Mistake number 1 is playing without a safety net. About 32% of Americans have zero emergency savings, meaning any surprise expense goes straight onto a credit card. A $400 locksmith bill is highly annoying, but the average emergency room visit costs around $1,300. And if you lose your job, the average job search right now takes over 25 weeks. The fix is simple. Open a high-yield savings account today and set up an automated transfer of $50 from every paycheck. You just need to build a buffer before the storm hits, which leads us to mistake number 2, carrying high-interest credit card debt. People in their 30s frequently use these cards to fund major life events like weddings or down payments. If you have a $5,000 balance and you only pay the minimums, the principal barely moves. Meanwhile, the interest alone will trap you in a repayment cycle that lasts for a decade. Tonight, write down all of your balances. Then, pick a strategy, either the avalanche method, tapping the highest interest rate first, or the snowball method, clearing the smallest balance for a quick win. You have to secure this defensive foundation first. Without it, any offensive moves you make to build wealth can be completely wiped out by one expensive week. Moving on to the offense, mistake number 3 is delaying your 401k contributions. Waiting until your 40s means you miss out on a decade of compound interest, forcing you to save much larger chunks of your paycheck later just to catch up. Plus, you are likely leaving free money on the table. An employer match is a guaranteed return on your investment, and millions of employees just walk past it every payday. Log into your HR portal today. Make sure your 401k contribution is bumped up to at least the minimum required to get that full company match. Mistake number 4 is lifestyle inflation. The moment a salary increase hits the bank account, the immediate instinct is to upgrade the car, the apartment, or the wardrobe. Instead, apply the 50% rule to your next raise. Bank half of that new money straight into your investments, and only allow yourself to spend the other half on lifestyle upgrades. Mistake number 5, having no spending plan. Around 73% of millennials live paycheck to paycheck because their primary financial strategy is to just swipe the card and hope for the best. Your salary rarely disappears in one big purchase. It evaporates through 1,000 small cuts, ordering takeout 4 times a week, idle streaming subscriptions, and random online purchases. You can stop the bleeding by downloading a budgeting app, or just grabbing a notepad tonight to list out your fixed costs versus your discretionary spending. Find the leaks, because a high income does not equal high wealth. If you don't assign every dollar a job, those dollars will always find a way to leave your account. Mistake number 6 is playing the odds with your family's future. Data shows that 47% of millennials are underinsured, even as they hit major milestones like homeownership or having kids. If you share a mortgage or have dependents, setting up a GoFundMe is not a valid financial plan for the worst-case scenario. You can pull a quote for a 20-year term life insurance policy online right now. In many cases, it costs less per month than a single streaming subscription. Our final trap, mistake number 7, is trying to time the stock market when the news cycle gets scary. This chart illustrates the cost of market timing. Missing just the 10 best trading days over 20 years slashes your returns by 63%. The smartest move you can make is to automate a monthly contribution to a low-cost S&P 500 index fund and promise yourself that you'll stop checking the daily financial news. True wealth comes from your time in the market, not your ability to time the market. Build the assets and protect them with the right insurance. Look, nobody manages their money perfectly, But if you take action on even one of these symptoms today, you're immediately pulling yourself ahead of the 51% of adults who look back with regret. It takes a little discipline to set up the automations and face your debt, but your future self will thank you for the work you do right now. If you found this helpful, subscribe and join the DollarSpeak community. In our next video, we're shifting to the offensive side of the equation and showing you the exact negotiation techniques you need to boost your salary. See you then.